Are you thinking of pirating? Don't. I won't stop you, but I will never pirate again. It was 5 months ago when I wanted a version of Portal, which wasn't sold by Steam. After I watched some walkthroughs on YouTube, I resorted to torrenting. It took a while, but I found a torrent that seemed to be good enough to download, so I downloaded it and waited to finish. When it finished, I opened it right away and noticed there was only one file. It was named Portal.exe. But I was a curious one, so I opened the file anyway. The normal loading screen of the game came up, so I thought, this was a good torrent. I spent the last 2 hours playing the game, and I finished on Chamber 18 when I decided it was time to go to bed since it was 1 o'clock in the morning. I paused it and selected Exit to Menu. It unpaused by itself and GLaDOS said, "You are not allowed to exit the enrichment facility." I decided it was nothing and continued on and eventually finished the 19th chamber. I was shocked, most like every other player who played Portal, to find out that the cake was a lie. It was now about 2 o'clock in the morning, so I decided I really should get to bed. So again I tried to exit the game and GLaDOS said, "You are not allowed to exit the enrichment facility until you collect your cake." I suppose the game was normal, but then I reached the part with the turret skeletons. Instead of turret parts lying around, there were human arms and legs scattered across the floor. Heads were on hooks dangling from the ceiling. It was a bloody mess. And GLaDOS said to me, "Oh, I am sorry for the mess. I haven't had the chance to clean up with how fast you were testing." And from there, it only got more gruesome. I progressed and witnessed half bodies with intestines coming out of them, full bodies with hollowed out eye sockets. At this point I wanted to turn my computer off, but something urged me on. I eventually got to the point in the game where there was a 3-way turret ambush with only barrels for cover. With courage I jumped down into the pit, in the level, and GLaDOS only said, "Welcome to hell." All 3 gates opened at once, and where turrets should be, there were dead bodies, the same features, hollowed out eye sockets. They all appeared to be standing up, staring at me with their empty gazes. I cleared the room quick and went to the next part, which was the turret assault room. When I entered I could hear blood-curdling screams coming from above, and the sewer part of the area wasn't water, it was blood. At this point I didn't want to play any longer, but I wanted to see what was up with the game, so I foolishly continued on. Eventually I got to the room before GLaDOS's chamber, and tried to open the door leading to her. But it was locked, and she told me, you cannot escape without cake." I turned around and noticed a door that said "Cake Room" in bold red letters on it. I opened the door and saw 4 dead bodies wearing Aperture Science lab coats. One had a knife in its hand. I went back to try the GLaDOS door again, and it finally unlocked. Upon entering her chamber, I noticed big stains of blood on the walls. But GLaDOS's lines were normal until the part where the first core falls out and she says, "I'm going to kill you, but it is funny. I don't know why I hate you, but it must be for a good reason. I will think about that when you are dead." I tried to exit, but she grabbed me with one of her robot claws and dangled me above the open furnace. "Oh look, it is your friend, the companion cube, who you murdered. Now you can join him." She let go of me, and the game faded out. A few seconds later, though, it faded back in to the cake room, and the ending cutscene, with the body in a lab coat staring at me with its empty, dead gaze, holding a knife in its hand. To my shock, it spoke to me, yet I thought of it to be impossible. "Do you want cake?" it asked. Then a robot claw put out the candle, like in the real cutscene. The credits didn't roll after this, the game just exited by itself to the desktop. I deleted the game right away after this, and tried to sleep that night. The next morning, I went onto the torrent website and looked for the same torrent as the game. It wasn't there anymore. I have tried playing Portal, but when I ever do I just see the employer's dead bodies, holding a knife asking me, "Do you want cake?"